What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Porto 2-1 at the Lluís Companys Stadium in Montjuic, qualifying for the next round of the Champions League. I've been doing YouTube now for around, I think, 3 years almost, and I've only ever done one video, you could say, on post group stage Champions League action, and it's back again. Unbelievable, but it was difficult to get there, and the way we got there wasn't great. Now, the lineup for this match is on the screen. It was very controversial at the start, but it has paid off. It was Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Araujo at right back, Koundé, Inigo Martinez, João Cancelo, midfield three of Gundogan, De Jong, and Pedri, and a front three of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Joaos Felix. Of course, the big question here was Cancelo coming in at left back, Balde being dropped. We saw Araujo coming at right back. In the end, Cancelo ended up dropping a 10 out of 10 performance at left back. He was absolutely unbelievable. We'll come on to him later on. On the game itself, Barcelona, yet again, shocking performance throughout the whole grand scheme of things. It's pretty much a copy and paste of the Vallecano match. First half, dreadful. Oh my god, we were shit. Not only were we shit, but we conceded first again. Not only did Porto score, and then it was ruled out for offside, you're thinking, okay, the players might wake up. No, they go and score an illegal goal after that to absolutely send shockwaves around Catalonia. We then quickly responded with the man himself, João Cancelo. Beautiful strike from him. That was individual brilliance, and that was key. You had about a 2 or 5 minute window to really get back at Porto, because the Porto goal leading in at halftime, it is, I think, a draw at best is what you're coming out of that game with. So getting that response, absolutely crucial. Today it was just Cancelo carrying this Barcelona squad. Him and we'll talk about another player as well. Absolutely just carried this team today, and that's the main reason why I won this game. Look, after the Cancelo goal, we were still absolutely shocking. We go into the second half. The best football we played was from the 45th minute until the hour mark. That 15 minutes where Felix had about 3 or 4 chances, ended up scoring. Of course, again, assisted by João Cancelo. Beautiful ball over the top from Frankie de Jong to find Cancelo on the left-hand side. Pepe made a mistake because Pepe goes dragged out by the Cancelo run. Left Felix open behind him. Bing, bang, boom. We get the goal. Beautiful. That 15-minute period, I thought we played well. We looked very attacking. The intensity was there. Also, the passing was very, full-flowing. After the hour mark, just went back to shit. I mean, I was so frustrated watching this game because I'm thinking this is a huge moment for our season. We have to win this game, and we're performing like that. And I was so disappointed to see Cancelo when he scored the 1-1 knee slide and celebrate as if they scored a winning goal in the Champions League final. I'm like, mate, pick the ball up, bring it back. We have a mission. The mission is to win and to qualify. You can't celebrate for a draw against a team of Porto's level. Now, we've struggled now in both legs against Porto. 1-0 and 2-1 victories. If we're struggling against Porto, what happens when we face the bigger teams? Your Arsenals, your Bayern Munichs, your Man Cities, your Borussia Dortmund, all these other top sides who will kill you, especially in defensive transition. I thought our transitional play, absolutely shocking. And I don't know who to blame anymore. The players are not performing. I think Xavi today, honestly, the lineup was a bit risky, but the change that he made, putting Cancelo at left back, Cancelo put in a 10 out of 10 performance, so can you really criticize him for it? Again, I wasn't too happy with Araujo playing at right back, and that kind of nullifies him a bit. I think he's better at center back. If you look at the key highlights today from Araujo, his defensive tackling was absolutely brilliant. They're all in center back positions because, of course, Koundé was dragged out wide, and Inigo was a bit forward, so they're all recoveries in the center back area, you could say, zone. So I feel like Araujo's just better at center back. I think Koundé has been doing so poorly at right back. We'll get on to him. So poorly at center back. Might as well just put him at right back. But I don't know what's up with this Barcelona team. Cancelo saying after the game we will perform better as we win because wins, help us mature and all this stuff. I'm like, this is Football Club Barcelona, where the performance to some people, is better and is more important than the actual result. If you told 99% of Barcelona fans you win every game 1-0, but you perform like shit, a lot of them wouldn't take it. For me personally, I would begrudgingly take it just to be the fact, of course, the whole point of the game is to win. So I would be like, okay, I'll take it, but I'm not going to be happy with it. And that's the reality. Where we are scraping results. You know, we were conceding the first goal as well, which is pissing me off. It's now 4 or 5 games in a row now where we've conceded the first effing goal, and it triggers the goddamn life out of me, because if you score first, you're comfortable. Porto will have to push more. That way they'll have more space in behind that you can exploit. But no, we have to wait for them to score first for us to get, okay, let's actually go push and go more attacking. Like, it just pisses me off. Now, let's talk about some of the individual performances. Alright, we're going to go through each player. Inaki Peña goal today, I thought he was alright, especially in terms of shot stopping today. I think he pulled off some great saves. I think, again, on the ball distribution looks absolutely shaky. The point where, I remember in the first half where Pedri and Gundogan are telling him where to pass the ball because he's on the ball and has no idea what to do with it. So, a bit of a 50-50 performance from Inaki Peña today. I will give him probably a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I think the saves do kind of overlap his poor passes of play, you could say. I think Araujo at right back, probably give him a 7, simply on his defensive output today. I think defensively wise, Araujo was absolutely brilliant. On the ball though, this man is stinky. And what's worse is that at right back, where you have more of a passing responsibility, just looks ropey. Again, for me, Araujo should only be playing at right back if we're facing top 5 wingers in the world, or some dangerous winger where you're going to be scared when he's on the ball dribbling at you. Which you could say was the case for Galeno today, but I think Galeno honestly was nullified quite a bit, especially in the 4-4-2 of Porto. He was cutting inside a lot, he was holding down the byline, he wasn't really, you know, an attacking mindset winger, though he did make a good run for the Porto goal. But I also want to talk about the Porto goal. Forgot to mention this. The mistakes on that Porto goal was astonishing. From the likes of Raphinha, from Koundé to De Jong. It was such a shit goal to concede. Anyways, center backs. I think Indigo played alright. I'll probably give him a 7. I think, again, that left foot just provides such a different outlook for Barcelona. We've been years now with playing with right-footed center backs, you know, from the likes of Eric Garcia and Araujo and Koundé and Christensen. Of course, Lenglet and Umtiti were like the only left-footed center back. So it has a fresh release to it. I think he did make a few mistakes, especially in that first half, giving the ball away very sillily, but like the rest of the team. But I think his overall performance was okay. On to my man, Jules Koundé. You know, when you're, you know, if you have a dad, you know, sorry to those who don't have dads, but when your dad or your parents, let's say parents, when your parents look at you after you did something bad, you drew on the wall, you went out late, came back late, scratched the car, when they don't show you anger, they just say to you, I'm disappointed. That hits you more than them saying, what the F, you mother F, blah, blah, blah. That's how I feel about Koundé today. Today with Koundé, I am just disappointed. He was by far the worst players on the pitch, including the subs and including the entire team of Porto. He was absolutely shocking. This man was the best center back in the world a month ago. Today, I don't even think he's top 50. Dreadful. Since his return from injury, he has been poor. He looks so shit. He looks like he's a headless chicken. He has the ball, has no idea what to do with it. His passing is poor. Reading of the game is absolutely atrocious. He needs to be dropped. And we did miss Christensen a lot today in the terms of Christensen's ability to read the game and pass the ball. I think if we started Christensen along instead of Koundé today, I think Barcelona would have cruised this game 2-0, 3-0. But of course, before the game, I think it was correct to start Koundé. But I'm thinking, you know, post-match, Christensen wouldn't make such a big difference in this game. But again, Koundé, I think he has to get dropped. Absolutely astonishingly poor. Left back, Cancelo, man of the match, 10 out of 10. World class. Nothing to say about it. Best fullback in the world. Ain't no fullback touching the levels of Cancelo. Playing at center mid, left back, right back. Brilliant. Not going to dwell on it too much. Man of the match. Gundogan for me, I'm probably going to give it a 5, 5.5. You could make an argument for an average 6. I think Gundogan today, he was making a lot of sloppy passes, and also in transition, he's losing the ball quite a bit. There's a lot of moments where he gets like a toe poke on the ball, but it'll bounce back to a Porto player. And I feel like if Xavi put De Jong in the pivot and had Gundogan play more advanced in that advanced role where Pedri was playing, and then put Pedri where De Jong was playing, Gundogan was playing, I think that midfield would have been a bit more balanced. We saw, of course, you know, Gundogan and De Jong kind of hold the pivot here and there with Pedri in behind. I felt like if the roles were reversed a little bit, where you had De Jong, you had Pedri sitting with De Jong, and then Gundogan just ahead of it, would have been a bit more balanced. But with Gundogan, he saw a lot of defensive responsibilities that kind of, you know, hindered his attacking probability. So probably give him a 6. I think De Jong, honestly, I think De Jong was brilliant. I think apart from his absolutely shocking awareness on the Porto goal where he is marking the goal scorer and just slips and just leaves him, shocking. Apart from that, I thought he was brilliant. I mean, without Frankie, I think this game would have been completely different. He is so integral to the squad. It's unbelievable. Pedri, I'll give it a 6. I think he showed some good moments. He showed some bit of a creativity, making some great runs, good passes. But again, like the midfield, it felt like a bit imbalanced. Felt like the majority of the midfielders didn't know if they had to defend or stay back or attack, whatever the case may be. Forwards, firstly, not Lewandowski. We'll go firstly Raphinha on the right. I think Raphinha, honestly, in retrospect to what you expect from him, he had an alright game. I think the problem with Raphinha, you're expecting some Joga Bonito style, you're expecting him to dribble and do stuff, but I think on the ball today, he was dreadful. He's dribbling, makes it feel like he's from India. My God, talk about Brazilian, my blood clot. He was so poor on the ball today, but I think he created some good chances, made some good runs, showed some desire, had some decent chances to score a goal as well. The bicycle kick, the 2 shots in the first half. So he's making I think in the final third, when it's just him, his decision making wasn't too bad. I'm watching the game like, all right, cut inside, shoot. He cuts inside and shoots. Put a cross and puts a cross. I think his decision making in the final third was okay, but in that build up to the final third, there was a moment in the first half where he's running through on goal, just squares it to Pedri, who was wide open in between the 2 Porto players, takes it on himself. It's such a frustrating player to watch, but I saw the desire today. I saw the effort. He did really put in a shift, so I'll give him some credit for that. Probably still give him like a 6, maybe 6.5. And Joao Felix on the left, I think you're probably looking at the same thing. The desire was there, but again, I don't think he was that great, especially in the first half. I think in the first half he had like, what, 5 passes? I think in the first half he was absolutely nullified by Porto, did absolutely nothing, couldn't get involved in the play whatsoever. First 3 seconds of the second half hits the bar. I think he got a bit more involved, especially with the link-up play with Joao Cancelo down the left-hand side in the second half was pretty decent. We saw them create, I think, 2 or 3 chances and, of course, score the 1 crucial goal. But I think apart from that, he was pretty mid. Felix probably gave him a 6. I mean, I was slating him. With Felix, he missed so many chances today. It's astonishing. And there's people telling me in my comment sections, oh, you were wrong about Felix. Oh, we should pay the 70 million. Are you high? This man, you have to wait until the end of the season because you cannot judge him based on the 3. I mean, the first 4 games he played against Antwerp, Betis, yeah, he was unbelievable. Like, what, 3 goals, 3 assists. Since then, he's done nothing. He got a goal today, fair enough. It's been like 2 months now since he's done something. Yes, he puts in the performances here and there. He shows the desire. He kind of puts in the Raphinha performance today, week in, week out. He tries. You can see it in him. But yeah, there's big question marks for me on whether or not we should, fully pursue him in the summer. And finally, up front, RL9, Robert Lewandowski. My God. The issue with Lewandowski is that the poor guy is dropping back to create chances, but yet in front of goal, I think he had, 2 chances today. He had the header, which was, to be honest, a difficult header, but, he scored the one against Alaves. I'm thinking at least get this one on target. Then he had that chance where, I think it was a cutback from Cancelo. Instead of shooting it on the one time to, get a shot on target and probably score, Donkey takes a touch. Lua Disney, man. The thing is with him that, yes, I can see his frustration. I can understand it from his point of view. He's a striker. They're not really creating chances for him. He's dropping back, trying to, get linked up, involved in play. Keep in mind, all the big chances that Barcelona had in this game didn't follow Lewandowski. I think in the first half of those chances to Felix, those just follow Lewandowski. Different story. The chances for Raphinha, those follow Lewandowski. You're probably looking at a 3 or 4-0 scoreline. This is why I can't really blame Xavi for the performance, because we know the players are out there. He's giving them the task, but yet they're not really executing it. And again, with Lewandowski, it just feels like nothing is going his way. If you look at the clear chances that he's had over the past 4 or 5 games, he got a brace against Alaves, basically got the goal against Vallecano that came off the boot of Lejeune, I believe. So, like, out of the 7 or 8 chances he's gotten, he scored 3 of them, which is a better conversion rate than the likes of Felix and Raphinha. So, I don't know with Lewandowski, man. It's just, I see both arguments. Oh, 2 chances today, should have scored, both didn't. But, he's having the drop back, he's not really getting involved in play, they're not really finding him. I see both arguments, really. But for me, I'd probably give him like a 5.5, barely an average 6 for me. The subs today, I must say, Ferran, Lamine Yamal, Balde, were all shocking. I mean, they were all so poor, had no impact on the game whatsoever. For me, that was probably one of the worst appearances from substitutions for Barcelona I've seen in a very long time. I don't really blame it on them. The game was going in a different direction, especially when they were coming in, but Balde's touch was all off. I don't know if it's the confidence or whatever. Lamine Yamal would dribble down the byline, lose the ball so easily. His decision making was poor as well. And finally, Xavi. I mean, Xavi's job today was to get 3 points. He's gotten it. I mean, the performance was still dreadful. The one thing I criticize about Xavi today is his in-game management. I think, we have so many games coming up. You have a very, very good squad. The bench was pretty decent today, yet he only made 3 subs, and all of them were after the 70th minute. So that's where my real question mark. But again, I can't really blame him for Raphinha missing chances and Felix missing chances and poor in-game decisions from these players, which I don't really think falls on the manager too much. The lineup selection, again, there's controversy about it, especially in the defense. It was spot on. His left back dropped a 10 out of 10 performance, and it was his decision to put him there. I don't know, man, but I think the question marks come in about Araujo right back and Koundé. I think Koundé needs to be dropped ASAP. But overall, very, very satisfied with the result. The performance was, I'd say, probably 80% shocking, 20% decent. And again, we're kind of improving. We went from absolute shit performance to, crap to decent. We're kind of in the decent part where we're playing poorly for 20 minutes. We can see that we just, kick up a level. But I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this match review. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video, and of course subscribe down below if you haven't already. We're very close to 30k, so if you are new, subscribe, and leave me your thoughts down in the comments below as well. Your thoughts on the performance, what would be your player ratings and your manager rating as well. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. We are into the round of 16. I cannot even remember the last time Barcelona played in the round 16 of the Champions League. Absolutely unbelievable. Top of the group is not guaranteed quite yet, but pretty much secured. So I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.